Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Polly and this is the Sewing Edit. Today we're talking 10 sewing pattern suggestions for a transitional wardrobe, Winter Spring 2021. First and foremost though, I would like to say a huge thank you to everyone who celebrated with me my first YouTube video last week here on YouTube. Thank you, and all my friends on Instagram, thank you very much. Hugely appreciated. You're giving me a lot of energy and confidence to continue, so I really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. I have a lot to learn, but I'm here for it and I'm glad to be on the journey with you. So, oh, this weather. Are you feeling like you want spring to be here, but it's really not here, and you're still wearing your winter clothes, but you want to sew something that you can wear today? Well, if this is the case, you're not alone. I'm the same. And that's why I came up with the idea of transitional wardrobe, because at least here in the Netherlands, spring doesn't really come end of March, it comes a bit later. So transitional wardrobe for me is something that I look into quite often. And the beauty of transitional outfits is that you can really wear them not only between winter and spring, but you can also wear them coming out of late summer into autumn. So you can potentially wear these outfits or these sewing patterns that I will suggest today to you all year round. That's pretty awesome, isn't it? Okay, the patterns I've chosen for you today are classic and chic, yet with a modern twist. They are divided into silhouettes, so you have outerwear, tops, bottoms and dresses. And I will talk you through each one of my suggestions with what was my inspiration and what is the suggestion, accompanied by a little bit of information about the pattern itself. The goal of this video is really to give you some inspiration for transitional outfits in your wardrobe that you might not have considered before, and some ideas for patterns that you might already have, or you have similar ones which you could use to create an outfit that is unique and you're happy with it. So, the quilted jacket is a fantastic outerwear option for these transitional days when the sun is shining, yet the wind from the winter is still blowing on us. Quilted jackets have been going strong since 2019 and they're still visible on the runway. For example, in winter fall collection of Salvatore Ferragamo, you could see a beautiful quilted jacket cinched at the waist, and Gani came up with a fantastic quilted modern version of outerwear with a beautiful color in spring 2021. So you can also see it very easily in the high street fashion brands. I will pop some pictures for some inspiration, but you can see that they are beautiful modern lines, and I think the quilted version can create a touch of something different yet modern. So if you're looking for something in this area, I would highly recommend, actually I should give you one suggestion as a pattern as I promised, but I have two. The first pattern suggestion I have for you is Simplicity 8298. It might be out of print, I'm not quite sure. I will have a look and I will pop a link down below. If it is out of print, I'm quite sure you can probably find it on eBay or Amazon. Just have a look. Don't be misled by the styling on the package. I think this pattern has a lot of potential. It comes in different lengths. It has a knee length, mid-thigh length, and also a shorter version. You can also have a hoodie if you want to sew it. It has a mandarin color, which I think is incredibly flattering on a lot of people, and it's not difficult to sew. It is loose fitted garment, which means that you don't need to do a lot of fitting adjustments to it. I can imagine if you make it in a very solid color, that can look very chic and effortless. I'm cheating here, but I'll give you one more suggestion for outerwear jacket, quilted jacket, because I think it's so nice and I found it just recently. It comes from a Russian brand called Vicky Sews. The pattern is called Villanella, if I'm not mistaken. It's a very modern take on a quilted jacket, double-breasted. I think it has a button closure. It's below the knee length. I'm sure you can do a different length if you need to. It has beautiful big lapels, and I can see a drop shoulder design, which I personally love. I think it looks very flattering on a lot of different shapes. And I think it's worth looking into it. So if you're interested in a quilted jacket, have a look. I will pop a picture down below, link down below on this pattern. So if you, in case you're interested, you can have a look at it. Did someone ask what I'm wearing? It's my Olia shirt and my Talviki sweater. So I'm very transitional outfit ready today, am I? Padded shoulder tank top. Yes, I find that incredibly smart choice for your transitional wardrobe. You can layer it under your sweater, under your cardigan, or under your blazer. It's a fantastic basic to have in your wardrobe. I have to be honest, I saw it for the first time in the high fashion street brands, and I really liked it. I didn't know what is the background of this design, so I had a look on internet and I found out that in 2019 a Belgian designer called Dries van Noten came up with the first version of this padded shoulder tank top, and then very quickly after him there was a high fashion street brand, Frankie, that adopted it, and their design went viral on social media, and ever since then it's everywhere. I personally love this design, and when I saw this week the launch of a pattern that from a company that I absolutely love, I had to include that pattern choice here in this video. This is the Claudia tank top by Just Patterns. This is a French sewing pattern company. I think the styling of their designs is just amazing. I love it. But let's talk a little bit about the Claudia tank top by Just Patterns. It's a very stylish design. It has a relaxed fit. It has a crew neck. Can suit a lot of different shapes in my opinion. And it is advised to be sewn with mid-weight to heavyweight jersey with a little bit of a structure. I immediately bought the pattern. I have made my first version already, and I plan at least 5 more. I think this design, I can have a t-shirt or tank top, in every color of the rainbow from it, and you can never go wrong. So I would highly recommend that you have a look at this design and think whether you can include it in your wardrobe. It's a very fast sew, and it has a lot of potential to develop it into a dress as well, and you can change the neckline a little bit, and you can have completely different looks. I think the padded shoulder version is here to stay, at least for this year, and I think it's really cool design. The Breton top. Do I need to say more? I can wear Breton top all year round and I wouldn't complain. It's the ultimate staple in the French wardrobe, so why wouldn't be in our wardrobe as well? I find that design very classic and incredibly chic, but for a transitional outfit I wanted something slightly different. I couldn't really articulate it in the beginning, so what did I do? I went on Pinterest and I started browsing to see what can I find that can inspire me for this Breton top, which is modern and stylish, but not the typical design that you see everybody else wearing. What I had in mind is something a bit more loose fitted, something with a bit of a drop shoulder and some kind of a detail on the front. So I was browsing through, and when I saw Alexandra Chung with, I think her name is Alexa Chung, I will pop a picture of her design here. I thought, well, that is getting somewhere, but not yet. So I envisioned this design in my head with a sewing pattern suggestion for you, and here it is. I know you will think that it's very strange choice, but I'll explain. The pattern choice for Breton top is the Melody Tunic by Style Arc. I know it's made for a woven fabric, but guess what? When you have this loose fitted tunic, you can make it in any fabric you want. So let's make it in a structured jersey. Now, I love this design. Why do I like it? It has this beautiful V-neck, which is very clean. It's with the facing, and you have a very nice smart collar on the side. You can make, if your top is in, let's say, black and white, you can make the collar only white, which creates beautiful contrast in the outfit, in the top itself. You can also keep the balloon sleeves, or you can keep them loose, which will allow you to layer if you need to or you want to under it. And also you could, I wouldn't do the back with a yoke and this gathering on the back. I'll just create a very simple loose back. How I do that is combine together the yoke of the pattern with the other part of the back side and stick them together and make a new pattern piece, and that would mean that I'll have a clean design on the back. That's what I would do for this pattern. I know it needs a little bit of a tweaking, but I still think it is a fabulous piece of clothing you can add to your wardrobe, which is slightly different, but still this gives you this elegant and chic look. Can you have a wardrobe without a sweater in it? I don't think so. Okay, sweaters. Of course, sweater is a staple in my wardrobe, not only the transitional wardrobe, but in every wardrobe I have. I'm always cold. I didn't need a lot of inspiration for this piece of clothing that I decided to include here, because I have so much experience, and I would just go straight into the pattern suggestion. And the pattern suggestion is what I'm wearing today, the Talviki sweater by Named Clothing. This is a Scandinavian sewing pattern brand. I mentioned it last time, I believe, in my first video. I think I've sewn this design probably 5 or 6 times. It comes together very quickly, and I think it's a very stylish and simple design. It has a slightly higher neckline, which I sometimes keep shorter, or sometimes I increase it so I can have a bit of a polo effect. And it has these beautiful front darts and back darts as well. There are 4 darts. I think that gives a very special look on the sweater itself. It has a drop shoulder, which I always find flattering. The sleeve is very loose, which allows you to do a lot of layering under. And yeah, what else can I say? It's one of my favorite sweaters to sew, and it's my go-to sweater to sew for any wardrobe. I think it has this special attention to detail, and yet it still looks fabulous and classic. So why wouldn't I suggest it? If you're interested in making a sweater this season, just do yourself a favor and try this pattern. You will not regret it. Cardigans are another staple piece in the transitional wardrobe, which I find incredibly practical. They are also pairing beautifully style with comfort. going strong as always on any runway. I pick up a few pieces from internet that I thought will be inspirational here for you to see. One of them is the Fendi garment that I found from their fall 2020 collection. I think this beautiful V-neck with exaggerated sleeve is a real beauty, and it's such a practical piece to throw on every garment you can wear underneath. Also, the Chanel cardigan from their 2020 collection is beautiful. It's a little bit more fitted, but still in stripes and layered with a shirt and a top underneath. I think it's a beautiful design. You can see the cardigans everywhere in any high fashion street shop. I'll pop a few pictures here for you to see. And the pattern I've chosen for this style, for this garment, is no wonder the one that everybody has gone crazy about on social media. I've seen beautiful versions on it on Instagram, and this is the Marlowe sweater by True Bias. I haven't sewn it yet. I would love to. It has a drop shoulder, it has beautiful deep V-neck, and it comes in different lengths, a crop version and mid-thigh version. I think what I've seen so far is, it just makes me want to sew it immediately. I think it's such a staple, and it can go with everything, with pair of jeans and a dress as well, with a beautiful top underneath. It is something that you will surely get a lot of wear out of. So if you're looking for a nice modern pattern for your transitional wardrobe, I would highly recommend to look at the Marlowe sweater by True Bias. I think everyone should have an oversized shirt. Even if you think that you're not a shirt person, I think you should give it a try, because seriously, oversized shirts, what are they not? They're stylish, they're comfortable because they're loose fitted, they're formal, they can be informal, they're everything. I just can't think of anything that they're not, really. So for oversized shirt, you already probably have seen on my Instagram that I have created my first one. I have a lot more to go through, but I'm getting there. For inspiration, I'm just going to show one picture, which was full stop the biggest inspiration for me. This was the Valentino Spring 2021 runway. This shirt is everything for me, and I had to make it exactly the same, and this is what I'm wearing today. Of course you can't see it because I've layered it with my Talviki sweater, but I love this shirt in bubble pink color. And you can really see the oversized shirts as a big trend as well in the high street fashion shops right now. Arcade has a beautiful clean version of white, which I would like to replicate as well. H&M, Zara are also coming with, they've always had them actually, the oversized shirts. But I think giving a chance to an oversized shirt pattern is definitely something that every sewist should look at, in my opinion. And for this one, I have come up with not one but two sewing pattern suggestions. You can probably guess the first one, which is the Olia shirt I've already talked about. I think this pattern is fantastic. I probably have to make a proper overview of the pattern with the sewing instructions and my versions, but I think it's a great take on a modern oversized shirt that if you're interested, you should look at. The other one, which I find also very interesting as a design and it gives me a very modern feel, is from the Russian brand Vicky Sews, and the name of the shirt is Dominique. So if you look at the shirt details, it has a very interesting detail on the sleeve. I think it has a drawstring detail next to the placket, and also has this like almost like a bib front, which I think looks interesting on the front. The back has a back yoke, a curved back yoke, and it all in all it has the shape of an oversized shirt, but it has so many little design details that I quite like. I think it's something that if you're looking for something different, this is a pattern that would be interesting to sew. I've never sewn it. I just bought it recently from their sale, and I'm looking into making it. If any of you have sewn it, I would love to hear your feedback. I am a little bit cautious of the Russian instructions, but I'm sure I'll find my way. So this is my suggestion for oversized shirt. Sewing pattern suggestion number 7. We made it to the dresses. Who doesn't need a jersey dress in their life? I'm there for it every single season. But for transitional wardrobe, I have about 3 requirements that have to be fulfilled to make a jersey dress for these slightly cooler days with a bit of a sunshine. The first one is that the dress has to have the potential to be layered. The second requirement is that it has to have this open neckline, which can give me the opportunity to play with even if I leave the dress without any layer under it, or bring something else as a detail here. And the third option is the sleeve length. I do like my sleeve length about elbow length in the winter into springtime, potentially maybe a little bit longer, but I don't really like wearing short sleeve dresses for these cooler days. So if that meets the requirements, then I'm going to sew it. And I have a perfect suggestion for you. Can you guess it? I was wearing this dress on my first YouTube video. And this is the violet dress by Fibermood. Let's have a look. The pattern is made for knit and woven fabrics. It can go in both. It has a beautiful shoulder detail which combines the front piece with the back piece. It has a lovely V-neck. It has a drop shoulder. I'm always there for a drop shoulder, and elbow length sleeve, which is perfect. It runs in every size you need, probably from size 32 to size 58. They're quite inclusive. First, when I saw this dress, I have to be honest, I never thought anything of it, but when I thought about what kind of dress I need, I have fallen in love with it. I've sewn it once and I will sew it again at least once more. I have it right now in black. And it's an A-line dress. It's a knee length, which I find very flattering, and I think the knee length is quite a smart choice because it goes under my longer coats that I wear in this transitional period, and I find slightly longer dresses can be a little bit more difficult to style with my coats, whereas this dress goes beautifully under my coat and it's invisible, and it gives the opportunity to show my shoes, but when I take off my coat, I have a beautiful outfit. It's a loose fitted, but you could cinch it at the waist with a belt. That's what I do sometimes. I highly recommend this pattern. It's really nice. You can also buy it separately on their website. I'll put a link below. The wrap dress is another great feminine choice for a transitional wardrobe because you can wear it on its own or layer it with a stylish, simple turtleneck and some warm tights, and you will get a completely different look. I think if you look at the runaways, most of the designers these days also include a wrap dress. Why wouldn't they? I haven't seen woman who doesn't have the figure for a wrap dress. They all look beautiful. So an example here is a Zimmermann dress, wrap dress, the Zimmermann designer dress. There are a few examples from the runway through the high fashion street brands. I don't think I can say a lot that you probably haven't seen and heard about wrap dresses. They really are fantastic silhouette in my opinion, and the pattern choice I have chosen for you for this design for the wrap dress is another fiber mood pattern. I love their patterns, they're really fantastic. Is the Charlotte dress. It runs in huge size range as well, from 32 to 58 if I'm not mistaken. I'll double check that. It has a very clean design on the top with the bust darts and a beautiful clean v-neck, of course. And it has a unleveled hem at the bottom and a flounce, which is so pretty on the dress. And what I like about this wrap dress is that you could potentially layer it with a chunky knit cardigan on top as well, and you'll get a different look. I actually made a little reel on my Instagram, so if you're interested, have a look at there. I have created different looks with my latest Charlotte dress that I have sewn. I highly recommend this pattern. It's very well drafted in my opinion, and it has the right balance of a little bit of a frill with a clean, stylish look. So have a look at it. The last category is bottoms, and starting with the balloon jeans, which are essentially loose fitted pants with tapered bottom hem side. I think they're incredibly comfortable, practical, and yet very stylish. You can see them in the runway for Spring 2021. For example, I believe Christian Dior had a beautiful pair which was patched jeans, tapered version, which I thought was fabulous and very inspirational. Also Givenchy came up with a loose fitted, more straight leg version, but still really trendy and beautiful. And the balloon jeans are very quickly replicated in the high street fashion right now. I will pop some pictures and you can see. No wonder why they're getting very popular. I think they're very comfortable and they're perfect for this type of weather, you know, when it's not very warm but it's not super cold as well. The pattern suggestion I have for this category is the, I'm going to say it probably not right, Akayu pants by Deer and Doe. So this pattern is for non-woven fabric. It has a elasticated back. It runs from size 34 to 52. It's a high-waisted pant pattern, which I think is great. It has a front seam on the front and it is tapered at the bottom, which exactly reflects the style that I'm talking about, the pattern, the balloon jeans. Yeah, I haven't given it a try, but I'm very intrigued to try this pattern. I've seen a fabulous version on Instagram. So if you're interested about the design, I would recommend that you go and do some research on this pattern and see what other people have made it out of and how does it look and how you can style it. But I think the pattern has a great potential and it can be a staple in your wardrobe. And the last category is the tailored trousers. Well, I can hear a lot of people thinking, but Polly, why didn't you suggest sweatpants or leggings? Well, in my opinion, The tailored trousers are incredibly versatile. You can dress them down with a pair of white sneakers, or you can dress them up with some high heels or mules. They always look great, and you can look effortlessly chic in them. So you can also look at that. They're always on the runway. Chanel, Fendi, and Louis Vuitton all have great examples in their spring collection that I will pop a picture of so you can see. I think they are very, very stylish, and they're very comfortable. High-waisted tailored trousers, in my opinion, are a must for winter, but also spring version of these trousers. And my pattern suggestion for this kind of pants is the Tatiana trousers by Just Patterns. Let's have a look at this pattern. The size range goes from 34 to 56. It's a high-rise trousers, double pleats on the back and on the front, which gives you fantastic options to play with your feet around the hips, and also a straight leg, and it has double welted pockets on the back, which probably are not the easiest pockets to try, but if you're scared, you can omit them or you can make one of them. I think it's a worth trying. I think it looks great. The Just Patterns brand have done a fantastic job on styling the pattern, so you can see how they can look great with a tank top t-shirt or a simple t-shirt, but you can also dress them up with a blazer, for example. So I would highly recommend to have a look at this pattern and give it a go. It's high on my list. I haven't sewn them yet, but it's coming. I do have a ready-to-wear version of this kind of tailored trousers, which I absolutely love and I do wear a lot. And I think it's a great staple in my wardrobe, not only for winter but into the transitional period of time. Okay, that was a lot of talking from my side about sewing patterns and planning. I love this part of the sewing journey. I hope you have found my suggestions at least inspirational for you or informative. Please let me know down below in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you have favorite transitional patterns? Please do share them. I would love to hear what you think. And I would hugely appreciate if you like and subscribe to my channel, if you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, thank you for watching and being with me. Bye bye.